it's the right thing to do. When you consider the history of the urban renewal, the Portland Development Commission, the mythology around, the incorrect mythology around Emanuel condemning properties, which we did not do, and the ultimate displacement of the African American community. All of these things wrapped together gives us an opportunity to step forward and do the right thing. I would also say that Legacy has experience in working with other organizations. We worked with other organizations to bring the Unity Center for Behavioral Health into reality, the Children's Hospital, Health Share of Oregon, Housing is Health. That this is just a natural extension of the same cooperative spirit that Legacy has, working with the communities that it serves. So in my mind, this was a very easy thing to do, that we could form a partnership with the community that actually benefits the health of the community, both physically, spiritually, and emotionally.
Well, the block project is important because we continue to try to grow the community, and the community doesn't always have a good history of Legacy, which is an integral part of the community, not only for employment, but for business, as well as its primary mission of health. So having an opportunity to form a partnership that will create further partnerships in the community is something that's absolutely essential.
The community involvement are our way of reaching out to the people that were affected by what took place in the African American community. And we can presume that we understand what the needs are, but I think that's arrogance. And not to involve individuals and let them have their say, and together we will form the vision of what this property actually will become, is the appropriate way to go forward. And I think it also allows people to take ownership. And if you take ownership, you're also taking some responsibility for the outcome. It's easy to throw stones at something. It's more difficult to actually say, yes, I will be involved, I will be committed, I will see this through. And that's the spirit in which we want to go forward. And so I welcome input from the community to help us fashion a vision of what this looks like to really become a community asset and a visual, physical testament to the fact that you can actually take issues and solve them. I thought that that process that we went through was an opportunity to actually get the facts out so people could understand what took place, and to get members who lived in the area who were displaced to actually tell their stories, so that we knew firsthand from the people who were impacted, not from people who wrote about it but didn't live it, to really understand what took place. And that then forms a basis for how do you move forward? Because I will say that that process of understanding what happened in the community helped me understand the importance of this piece of property, what it stood for, and why it's in Legacy's best interest, as well as the best interest of the community, to form a community partnership and move this project forward. Something that I believe in the very pit of my being is that you are not an island unto yourself. You're really part of a community, and you have a choice. You can either participate with other members in the community, so you have really a sense of community rather than just being a solitary individual amongst a group of solitary individuals. That's not community. But building community requires dialogue, requires understanding others, requires compromise, and it requires building a shared vision of what could be.
Well, the public needs to be involved because you cannot successfully complete things that you spend a lifetime on deciding who didn't participate, who did participate. But if you were part of it, then you were part of whatever happens.
What I would like to see happen is, by Legacy offering this property to a community organization, is to have the community actually invest its energy and time and creativity in building something that truly represents the community. Affordable housing is something that's very much needed. Activity space where organizations can come together and meet and further the good health of the community in a space that actually is welcoming. To have a historical perspective of what happened on this land, and through the dark times, and to actually come forward to we transcended that. This is if you will, a monument to some of the things that happened in the past that weren't good, but we overcame that, came together, and established this. And to have a healthcare facility that actually serves the community in Northeast Portland, because it is growing, it is a vibrant place, and when you look at its location to the downtown area of Portland, it's a great place to live. And so Emanuel has been there for decades, and we will continue to be there for decades. We are an important employer and economic engine in that community. And I think this is a way for us to make an investment, not only in the present, but moving forward into the future. And for that to be, for this project to actually come to fruition, is a way of saying that Legacy Health is committed to the health of the people that it serves. And it's not just a slogan. This is visible proof that we actually do what we say. I think within 2 years, we will be able to have this project rise out of the ground and represent what this group of people came together to decide was important to this community, and have it be built, have it be sustainable, and have it to be there for the ongoing good of that community. So when I come back in 3 years, I'll be able to go by and say, yes, this is one of the things that Legacy Health managed to do with the community, the same way it did with Unity, the same way it established the Children's Hospital, et cetera, because we are connected to the people that we serve. And in turn, they are connected to us.